Hello everyone, Renir Games here, and we're back with some more modded Minecraft survival as we're playing FTB Revelation. And in this episode I wanted to show you guys how I am going to be creating my clay for the upcoming episodes at least. As you know, my project do require a lot of clay as we are building with bricks, as you can see here. So I kind of figured out a way that we're going to be producing almost free clay only by using RF. And yeah, actually, if I were to make dirt in a different way, we can actually make this 100% almost free. The only thing it's going to cost us is RF. So I'm going to be showing you guys how I built it. In a way, I set it up here, but I kind of want to show you guys how I built it. And I guess the easiest way is to actually build the entire thing compared to just showing the spaghetti I built. I can't promise that it's going to be looking different than how I made it, but we're going to try. So this is everything we need to make this one work, and we actually need 4 iron, 3 chests, might be needing more, but at least that is what I did, a bucket of water, some item ducts, doesn't really specify how many, I'll just put in some, as well as some leadstone flue ducts, which is for power, and fluid ducts for some water transportation. A few servos, I just put in a random number there again. And we're going to be needing 3 pulverizers, as you can see here. 1 induction smelter, 1 igneous extractor, that was another chest there. Aqueous accumulator, probably pronouncing that wrong. A trash can, not really necessary, but I like in case something were to fill up, then we can relay stuff to the trash can, an auto workbench, and a bottler. So this is everything we are gonna be needing. I could be that I'm missing something, but this is everything that I made it work with at least. Maybe I put something away, we see. And me losing what I was doing. So we're just gonna be taking all of this, and then I'm gonna be talking how we're going to be doing this, because what we are actually going to be doing is we're going to be making clay. What did I do? Oops. Making clay, and the easiest recipe I have figured out, because right now we were doing the slug one. If I could find it. Am I blind? Oh wait, I pressed an iron, that's why. There. And we're at the current moment doing the slug one, which our tree farm produced, but it doesn't produce that much. So it takes a little while to get even a little clay, and it's not always guaranteed. So actually the recipe we're going to go for now is this one, which requires 1 dirt, 1 bucket of water, and slag. And the bucket of water, you of course get back the bucket. So that is always nice. And we're going to be extracting this type of slag. And I actually found a way where you can actually produce a lot of slag, no problem. Of course, this is not going to be the fastest, but it's going to be a very good AFK clay farm, actually. So I could just stay AFK, and I'm going to be producing clay without really doing much, as we are running our RF on wind power anyway. So as you can see here, it requires sand as well as pulverized iron, and that gives us 1 iron back, as well as 25% chance of slag. So in a way, this when I put it up correctly now, this is in a way going to be free for us. So it's getting dark, great. And keep in mind that we are doing this in survival, so I might be needing to eat and also sleep and so on, so we don't get any creepers, as I did get here when I was trying this off camera, and it kind of blew up a big crater actually. So I covered it up with cobblestone. Okay, so I also made an energy cell here, so I am basically running out of resources because I haven't been mining more, so I am out of resources, so I really hope this is gonna work. But without me babbling too much, let us just get started. So we are gonna be needing that one, and this one is gonna be gathering water for us, and I actually want to sleep so I don't risk anything here. And then we're gonna be taking this one, which is gonna be crafting cobblestone for us. So we're gonna be putting this one there. These settings are a little bit wrong right now, but we're gonna be accepting water from the right side, not the top as I had it. there, and we could just hook that one up. So now it's getting water from the right side. It's also going to be needing lava, which I already can see I don't have in my inventory. So we need to get some lava, but we can just wait a little bit with that. So it's going to be requiring water and lava, and that makes us cobblestone. And then it's going to be extracting that on the backside here. So it extracts it on the backside, and then we're going to have 2 pulverizers on the side here. Of course, we need to hook everything up with power, but we come to that in a second. And let me just prepare everything. So the first pulverizer is going to be accepting it from the back there, and then it's going to be extracting sand upwards and gravel to the right. As when you pulverize cobblestone, you can pulverize into gravel and sand. Let me just quickly demonstrate. I don't have any cobblestone on me. Okay, let's just grab cobblestone here, as you can see here, and let's go on the pulverizer. If you pulverize cobblestone, you have 100% chance of getting gravel and 15% chance of getting sand. But if you pulverize the gravel again, you have a 100% chance of getting sand and a 15% chance of getting flint. So that is nice. So the first one then is going to be getting the cobblestone and sending the gravel over to this pulverizer, because we're going to be needing sand. So what we are going to do then is we're going to hook up this one like so. And then we're going to be taking a chest up here. This one is then going to be collecting flint for us. I might be going a little bit too fast, guys, but I hope you can follow. And while we're at it, we're going to be hooking up these ones with power. This one here doesn't need power. And of course, the windmill here doesn't produce that much power, so this is going to be running very fast, but it's going to be working at a decent speed. And we're going to be needing power cable underneath here as well, like so. Of course, this doesn't look that pretty, and I might be moving it indoors later on, but right now I don't have any space for it, so this is the best we can do. So there, and then there will be coming sand out this way. So we don't want these ones to be connected, but we do want this one to be connected to this one. So we're gonna disconnect those and disconnect there. So the sand from the cobblestone one is gonna come here and connect it to this one. And the sand from the gravel is also gonna be connected. And then they are actually gonna be going into the igneous smelter, because this one then requires 2 items for it to be functionable. Of course, you can make it so it has some kind of alloy stuff here too, but for this sake, we're going to be having it like so. Because as you see here on the slag, it requires 1 sand as well as a pulverized iron. And now we have kind of set up the sand version, so everything is then nicely set up there. So sand will be coming into this side, and let's just hook it up with power so we don't forget. So power is going to come in there. Very nice. And so we just have it hooked up correctly here. It accepts from this side, and it's going to be accepting from this side. Or this side, doesn't really matter. And it's going to be exporting. Yeah, that's right. It needs to put out on the backside, as this is going to be the smelted iron ore then, or ingot. And then we're going to put our next pulverizer right there and make sure that nothing connects. And this one then is going to be accepting from behind and extracting on the left, and there's not going to be anything else. So it's going to be taking the iron ingot and pulverizing it again into pulverized iron. And then it would just go out here and then back in for melting. Because we don't bother about the iron here, because we're not going to be losing any iron. It's just going to circulate here And the sand too is gonna just be filled up here. And then we're kind of looking for the byproduct slag. So of course it's a very complicated build just for slag, but now that I need clay, this is the best option I could find. Of course you can make a blast furnace and so on too, but it comes to a limit of how much steel I would like to want. So I feel like this is a good option. And then we're gonna be having the byproduct to go up into this chest. Like so. If I have think correctly now, this thing should actually be functionable. Of course, what could stop it in a way is when this one gets full of flint, then the system might clog up. But other than that, this is actually gonna be working just fine. We're gonna be putting the pulverized iron in there, and then we're gonna be hooking this up to the power. So we're gonna dig under like so, and then hook that one up. So power is then going to all the machines, I hope. No? Oh wait, we need to make it so it actually gives out power. There. So now all of them are getting power, which is very nice. And what we need to even fire this one up, there is we need some lava. So let's just go over to our little lava pit to collect some lava. So I guess it's a little bit exploit of the game in a way, as we are producing in a way free stuff out of thin air, but in a way you are doing that in modern Minecraft and many things anyway. So, and it's just clay, so I don't feel like it's a huge exploit. And the amount of clay we're gonna be using on my build is so much that I don't really feel like mining or waiting for the sludge to complete. So I think this is a great way for us. So we are just heading back. Doin, doin, doin. There, and let us see, it was this one, making sure it stays on cobblestone. I made it stay on basalt last time, and then you kind of lose a little lava. But when it comes to cobblestone, it only uses water, and this one doesn't require any power, so it will just constantly pump in water here, so it will never run out. And as you can see, cobblestone is now already going into this one, which then pulverizes it into gravel. And the gravel then gets pulverized, if we just see here, pulverized into sand. And then the sand goes in here, it gets melted, and there's a 25% chance of getting slag, as we can see there. So now we have the slag, so we're more than halfway through now the recipe I'm thinking of here, because now we have the slag, as you can see, which is the two things up here. And then we're going to be needing dirt as well as a bucket of water. So what we're going to be doing then is we're going to be pumping the slag out of this chest. In a way, we don't need it in this chest either. This is just how far I got before I figured out, why not just show you guys how I actually made this. So we are going to be taking this out and into the workbench. But first we're going to be setting the recipe. So I'm going to be taking that slag, thank you. And we're going to be putting it like so. And we're going to be taking a bucket of water, placing that one there, and then a dirt. It doesn't really matter. But then it kind of comes up with a recipe here. I'm not quite sure if this could change, because yes, bucket of water, but okay, if we have a lot of buckets, we can actually have them circulate, so it might go faster. But then the recipe is here. It's universal, so it doesn't really matter where you're placing recipes. So the slag is going to come from here. The dirt is going to come from here, as we're not really producing any dirt, so we might even manually just have a chest here that it pumps it into. We're not going to be automating dirt right now because it's a little harder process, as you need a sawmill and so on. And I'm out of resources to actually build that, but I can quickly show you guys the dirt recipe afterwards. Yeah, so there. And I also made a bottler. I haven't really showed you guys the recipes of all these things though, but you can search them up. They're very not too expensive, as I'm having the basics of everything, and I'm mostly using terminal expansion, so everything is from there except this one, but that's just 2 stone gears as well as workbench, so very cheap. And this one is from forestry and is a butler. I just used empty cans as well as some glass as this sturdy casing, which just requires 8 bronze. And while me talking here, let me just sleep so I don't risk anything. Okay, so we're gonna have the butler, I guess around there. This one requires power too, so keep that in mind. Let's just run it there. And it also requires a steady flow of water, which we're gonna get there. Okay, and then we're gonna build this one like so. And what this one is then gonna do is we're gonna be, at least I hope this works. I haven't tested this part out, guys, so let us just see. It's gonna be whitelisting, and it's only gonna be taking out empty buckets. Empty buckets. It's gonna be taking out, going in here, and then we're gonna have a new servo saying whitelist, only take out bucket with water, like so. And then we're gonna ignore that, so it just goes straight in there again. So if I have a bucket of water, we have some slag already done for us and some dirt, then you can see it's crafting clay for us right now. Bloop. And the bucket disappeared at least. Did it go over here? Yes, it went over here, got filled up, got pulled out again, and it's gonna come back here and it's gonna make us more clay, isn't it? Yes, and then we're making more clay. Awesome. So in a way this is now working. The only problem is dirt. We're not producing any type of dirt. Let us just think here quickly, because I want the clay to go into the separate chest so we actually can have a little bit more here. So let us just do this and that, and let us just have a servo, put it on whitelist, only clay goes out of here, there. So now it's going to start sucking out the clay. Yeah, there we go. So it's taking out the clay and putting it in this chest for us. Awesome. So now we're producing actually clay, as long as we donate dirt to this little operation here. We actually turning dirt into clay, which is a fair trade-off if you ask me, for sure. Of course, it's using a lot of power, so our windmill isn't really capable of keeping it up, but it's still gonna be working just a little bit slower than it's working right now. But again, it's a very nice AFK farm. While I'm maybe down mining and so on, this one will just be working on its own. And I did also improve the windmill from last episode. As you can see, it's spinning a lot faster as I put a lot of those wind sails, I think they're called, on there. So it's spinning a lot faster and also producing more power. And I did also turn off the tree farm, so now it's consuming no more RF, as all the RF is going over to this system right here. Yes, so the only thing in a way we would miss then is actually dirt, and this system can almost work forever without us actually having to interfere with it. Of course, it's just a flint here, but then again, I could fix that with the trash can. So let me just think here for a moment, because the dirt, you can actually make that with slag too. But there was other recipes too, I felt like I saw. Of course, it comes with slug. Wasn't there any other recipes? I felt like there was one. Bio chaff. That's one way. pulpwood biomass, but again it requires slag. And of course we could just use the slag because we're using a lot of slag, and then a sawmill, and then you just have some kind of farm, and then you just make it into the pulp biomass, and then you can actually make dirt. Can't really see any better options. Of course you have the void ore miners, but those are very expensive and we can't really get them right now. Dirt again has a 14%, almost 15% chance with sludge, and we are producing dirt and so on here. But for now I think our best option is actually just donating dirt. But then again, I have big digging projects, so we are gonna be having a lot of dirt, and in a way if I can just, one dirt block equals one brick block, I'm gonna live happily with that. So I think what I want to do then is I want to make sure that this doesn't connect too much so we didn't screw up anything. And I'm gonna be grabbing some wood from our wood farm that is more or less full. Gonna make another chest. Like so. And then I'm gonna be taking this chest and placing it there, having yet another servo. And this one is then gonna be whitelisted. Grab a dirt from here. Whitelisted to only take dirt. So in case we were to put anything else in, I don't think it would pull it out anyway, but just to be on the safe side. So then we're gonna be putting a lot of dirt in here, and it's gonna be making clay for us. I hope everything is working as it should then. Alright. Oh wait, we didn't hook up this one. And how did the bucket go over there? Yeah, something. Don't know how, but it happened. Let's just put this one on whitelist, ignore. So everything is then gonna be going down there. We're gonna be putting our bucket in there. And let's just put the slag in there. So I think that is then gonna be working for us. And I don't have to worry no more, do I? Of course, it doesn't craft that fast, but it is crafting stuff for us almost for free. And then we can just go over here. As you can see, we have tons of dirt. Tons of dirt. After this though, we don't have tons of dirt, but thinking of that each of these is gonna be a stack of bricks, that makes me very happy. So we're just gonna be going over here and placing it in there. And we will see that it's pulling out the dirt, placing it in here. And yeah, the slag is then being produced, and everything is actually working very nice. Again, the power will make it go a little slower, but it's just very nice to see that we're actually producing clay. Of course, in a way I can actually see that if we were to grab yet another bucket, I think I have one more bucket available. As I have more or less no iron, as you can see here. I think I maybe melted some more. I have a little bit more here. This is all the iron I almost have left. 7 iron. So not much iron left. I even went out and digged some more iron too, so yeah. So we're gonna go over here and place another one in, so there's kind of 2 buckets in circulation here. And as you can see, we are actually producing clay, and this makes me so happy, as I am gonna never gonna go out and dig for clay again. I'm just gonna have this machine operate stuff for me. Exploiting the system, maybe. Do I care? No. As I am tired of digging for clay and I want to be building, but every time I'm coming to a certain point, it's like, okay, we're out of clay. Okay, what do I do now? Okay, we're gonna be going out and digging. Great. So this little system makes me very happy, as it seems to be working alright enough. And finding a way to make dirt is definitely gonna be something I want to figure out, if we can find a better solution. And if not, then we just need to figure out a way with slag and having maybe our tree farm converted into a something, sugarcane farm or something, to then make it into biomass. Biomass, let's see. I can make biomass. No, dirt, it seems like it almost needs slag. Doesn't seem like I can see any other recipes. But if you guys have know a recipe that I maybe don't know of, or a way to maybe get dirt that doesn't really say here, which I in a way doubt that you can automate, maybe mod. No. Can you make this? Loomy dirt. No, not really. But if you know anyway, then please tell me. And yeah, what do you guys think of this clay spaghetti machine that is working? That's the good thing, at least, that it's working. Yeah. So if you have any comments or my English now is running wild. But if you have anything on your mind or anything, please let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, hopefully this is gonna be making me speed up the build, as now we have plenty of wood, we have plenty of clay eventually, so nothing is gonna be stopping me from building. Of course, the roofs are horrible to build, but we're gonna be making that too. So yeah, I think we're gonna be cutting off the episode here then, guys. A little bit shorter than usual, but at least I got to show you guys this machine. And in a way, I have a feeling if I built all the machines too and tested it out with you guys, we would be using like 2 or 3 hours, which in a way took me almost a few hours to make all this. So I saved you guys for a little time, so you're welcome. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, stay safe, guys, and bye.